Made a video 3 days ago talking about AnimeLog, AnalyzeLog, the founding of the company, and information surrounding that. The video did really well. Thank you all for the massive support. Did 2 follow-up videos also, including a video talking about Toei's Class A investment in AnalyzeLog. So it's pretty obvious why this is huge news. You know, it's really not that complicated. Unfortunately, it seems like some people on Twitter just don't get it though. For example, this Twitter thread from the CEO of a certain anime news company that went after Lost Paws and Clownfish TV in 2019, as well as myself. This thread is heavily implied to be about me, and it claims that there are a number of lies made in the coverage that it's referring to. And what's really funny is this person just doesn't know what he's talking about. For example, in this tweet, he says that the guy in charge is BJ Grubbs, but that's simply not the case. Benjamin Grubbs simply founded Next 10 Ventures, the company that helped with a seed round of investing for AnalyzeLog. That doesn't make him, quote, the guy in charge. The CEO is actually Miura Kensuke, and the CEO is Hagawara Minoru. And I talked about this in my prior video. The people who watched my video know more about this topic than the people on Twitter trying to lie about the coverage. Also, an apology in case I flipped the first and last names. I forgot on AnalyzeLog when you convert their website to English with this button, it actually flips the names. There's also a 13 tweet long thread that an ex-YouTuber with close to 100k subs made about me. And this person has complained about me many times in the past. For example, this person even complained when I made a cute little video talking about a Japanese fishing company that sent me an email. Yes, that video even set this person off, and they had to go rant about me on Twitter for some reason. Starts calling me right-wing. I was just talking about fishing. It's just really weird. This person has complained about videos I've made for over a year now. Basically, ever since I started standing up with Vic, this YouTuber has complained about my work, despite us having no interaction with each other, except for, I think, I tweeted at them one time like 10 months ago, and it was actually a compliment. Anyways, they make this, again, like 12 to 13 long tweet thread about my coverage, and like the CEO we saw a moment ago, they openly lie about a number of things said, and not just that, they actually have misinformation. The people trying to act smart actually present misinfo. Imagine that. But what is this really about? It's about how upset they are with me. And it's about the views. It's really obvious. Take a look at the way they form these tweets. Complaints about the view counts right up here says, the usual suspects reacting to the news getting massive view counts on videos covering it. And then flat out calls me out here. Hero Hey gets over 200,000 views in under a day. That's what this is really about, right? You're just mad that the channel's going well. Pretty sure that's what's going on here. And here's the misinfo. Says, an American venture capitalist teamed up with a bunch of anime studios. No. It was not an American venture capitalist. It's an American venture capitalist firm. I even corrected Variety's reporting on that one in my video. If you would have watched it, you would have seen that. And now I'm correcting you too. Isn't that funny? AnalyzeLog was formed in 2018 with seed capital backing from U.S. venture investor Next 10 Ventures. I would change the framing there personally and just say from U.S. venture firm Next 10 Ventures. They then post even more misinformation saying that this is a Western-led venture. No, it's really not. AnalyzeLog, the company behind AnimeLog, is indeed a Japanese company. And I also displayed that with evidence in my prior coverage, which you apparently didn't watch, yet you'll criticize about. Imagine criticizing something you know nothing about at all. Not a great look, but that's what this person's all about apparently. Actually posts, it does not, however, in the slightest, undermine anything companies like Crunchyroll are doing, LMAO. Okay, if you actually believe that, you are, in my opinion, a complete moron. It really is not rocket science at all to see how AnimeLog could indeed be an issue for companies like Crunchyroll. I actually have the nerve to say that 3 minutes of reading could have corrected my alleged misinfo, which again is not misinfo, and again, 500,000 people, more than that actually, have seen my coverage. Really bad idea to just overtly lie about it on Twitter, but okay. Now here's where this gets really weird. This person starts bringing up the culture war and ideological allies and political squabbles. Like, I have no idea what they're getting at. I was just talking about business and investing. I literally pulled up investment records in one of the videos I made. I didn't talk about politics at all. Starts talking about the culture war. Like, I don't get it, man. They start complaining about lies here, despite this entire thread pretty much being chock full of overt lies. And they complain again about profitability and views and making a quick buck. I mean, this is so disingenuous. The history this person has going after me, the nonstop complaints about my views and money, stuff that really isn't this person's concern at all or their business. And when you put that all together, well, it starts to get really obvious why they're doing this sort of thing to me. And again, I'm going to be so repetitive here and just say, instead of trying to tear down what I've built, why don't you try and build up something yourself? You had a pretty successful YouTube channel. You decided to give it up. Well, instead of taking it out on other content creators, maybe get back into making content. They ended this thread by talking about true anime fans and really caring about anime. Literally no true Scotsman fallacy in a tweet. And the final tweet in the thread where they say end rant, of course, goes back to talking about politics. A friend of that YouTuber then makes this tweet also claiming that I made a number of lies that I didn't make. It provides no evidence as to why I'm lying. You know, they just say that they're lies. Who needs evidence on Twitter, right? And this easily gets like 2,000 likes. Well, you can have fun with those likes. They're not going to get you anywhere. I think my favorite thing about all of this is how embarrassing it is for these people that they are trying to call a content creator a liar. And while they're doing that, they're actually posting misinformation about the topic. But hey, why settle with lying about people and no true Scotsman fallacies when you can add a false equivalence on top of it? Now we have these three people, two YouTubers with about 100K subs each, and a CEO trying to make this comparison to Daisuki, comparing AnimeLog to Daisuki rather. And this is just a terrible comparison for a number of reasons. Let's start with this YouTuber saying that Toei invested in Daisuki, which by the way, they spell it wrong. Great job. So this is actually false. There's no evidence that Toei invested in Daisuki. The evidence out there is only saying that they were a founder. And being a founder doesn't mean you make a massive investment in a company. It's nothing like the Class A investment we see Toei making in AnimeLog. This is further proven taking a look at Toei's investment records. You see, there's nothing even reported about an investment in Daisuki, but they do have a report for AnimeLog. And don't even say that this is only because of the time frame. This investment record goes back to December 26, 2003. I'm sure you all notice a recurring theme here. The stuff I talk about, I'm giving evidence with it. The stuff they're talking about, there's no evidence. It's just tweets claiming that I'm a liar. I wonder why they can't actually prove it. Let's go back to the Daisuki thing for a moment, though, because there's more terrible points to laugh at, the investment fake news aside. Let's talk about the website itself. You know, there's a massive difference between just making a YouTube channel to upload anime on and actually running a separate website to stream anime on. There's a reason that YouTube lacks competition. It's very expensive to do that. These weird people were so desperate to target me for some reason that there's even a random little blog that did a report about this situation saying clickbait YouTubers claim that Crunchyroll and Funimation are going RIP. It doesn't get any more clickbait than that, not to mention ridiculous and out of touch. Out of touch, right. Okay, here we have over 330,000 views and over 20,000 thumbs up versus a mere 332 thumbs down. Out of touch though, got it. Yes, I will admit the title of my video was hyperbolic, absolutely. But guess what? That was the point. The thumbnail is literally logos on fire. The whole thing is hyperbolic. It's kind of memey. But the video has great information, and if you would have actually stuck with the video, you would have learned something and not made a complete fool of yourself. And that goes for all the people we talked about here. So while those sort of people will cry and be salty and mad on Twitter trying to tear down what other people are building up, we'll continue to learn things and try to move forward every single day. At least we'll try and make an attempt, which is more than those people can say. So I'm really glad to have you all tuning in. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed all the coverage on this situation and topic. I'll do my best to keep updating you whenever I can. And I guess that's it. It's been fun, but I'll catch you next time.